Hello, and welcome to our tutorial on how to write a professional email brought to you by CUNY Service Corps. If you are new to the workforce, writing emails might feel intimidating. Remote work and even in-person work usually involves communication that's written rather than spoken. This video will go over strategies you can use to create an email that sends a positive message and also displays your professionalism. Email is different from text messaging, but typically email is part of most people's work routine. Most professionals get 50 to 100 emails a day and do not want to engage in a leisurely back and forth. They want to clear out their inbox and move on to the next message as soon as possible. Throughout your internship and employment opportunities, you will be given a work email. However, in some situations, you might need to speak to employers utilizing your own email address. This chart will show you acceptable versus not acceptable email addresses. You want to utilize an email that has your first name dot last name or the first letter of your name followed by your last name. Avoid utilizing digits if possible. If you need to put digits, refrain from utilizing your birth year. You might want to keep your age private. Also, refrain from utilizing unprofessional email addresses such as a lot of random letters and numbers, or an email that will leave employers questioning your professionalism. Instead of those email addresses, you might want to consider using your LaGuardia Live email address. Many workers receive hundreds of emails a day, and many of these will often go unnoticed. The subject line is one of the first things a recipient will see, so it's essential that yours is one that catches the employer's attention. Using an attention-grabbing subject line is one of the best ways to achieve high email engagement levels. A good subject line is one that quickly describes and summarizes the nature of your email in as few words as possible. However, don't make it too long or don't make it too short. You ideally want to make your email subject line anywhere between 30 to 50 characters. Make it as concise but informative as possible. For example, John Smith's weekday availability is much better than just availability. It's too vague. While writing, "Hello, I am attaching my weekday availability for Service Corps," is way too wordy and does not capture the employer's attention. When sending out emails, it is important to keep in mind that you have the option to include multiple people to see the message that you are sending. For example, if you want everybody to receive the same message, you put everybody's email address in the to bar. Now, if you want to send this message to multiple people, but address it to one person specifically, you utilize the CC line. The CC line is utilized as a field to send a copy of the email to people just to keep them in the loop. A good example of utilizing the copy line is when you have multiple supervisors in your placement site and you want one supervisor to sign off your timesheet, yet there are other supervisors that you worked with that should also know that your timesheet is out for a signature. In a situation like this, you would put your main supervisor's email address in the to bar and copy everybody else involved in the signing of your timesheet. Lastly, the BCC line is sometimes forgotten in emails. The BCC line should be utilized instead of the CC line when sending sensitive information to large groups. When you send a large group this email, the people on the blind copy list are hidden. For example, if a professor wanted to send a message to multiple students that are failing in their class, and they have over 300 students to send this message to, they would put every student's email address that is failing in the BCC line so that other students are hidden from knowing which other students received that message. Lastly, when it comes to emailing your coworkers, colleagues, supervisors, campus managers, and everybody that is involved in your placement site, you want to utilize the copy option and the blind copy option to your advantage to keep everybody in the loop. Now, let's actually discuss the content of the email. To start off your email, you always want to utilize a formal greeting such as dear, hello, good morning, good afternoon, followed by the person's last name. Even if you already know the person or have worked with them for a while, it is still a good practice to greet them at the start of every email. Avoid utilizing informal greetings such as hey or no greeting at all. Now, when it comes to the body paragraph, you must make sure the message is focused. Make sure that you are introducing the topic, that you are also writing your message in a clear, concise, and polite manner, and finish off with a closing line and a thank you. This is an example as to how a proper email should look like. You have your formal greeting at the start, and you also have a subject line that explains what you are doing and what you are trying to communicate. Throughout this email, you will see that there are short lines and short paragraphs separated by blank lines. Most people find unbroken blocks of text boring or even intimidating. Take the time to format your message for the ease of your reader. Take a few minutes to read through this email. Notice the tone of the email and how polite this employee is towards their supervisor. Also notice that this employee is detailing exactly what they need and also asking for feedback. This message is concise and clear from the start of the email until the end of the email, with the final sentence followed by a signature. Before including your signature, make sure to include a closing line thanking your employee or your colleagues for their time. Close off strong by writing either sincerely, best regards, thank you, warm wishes, with regards, and then followed by your first and last name, email address, contact information, and your job title. Utilize the example above to create your own signature line. Once you finish writing your email, make sure that you review before you send. Make sure to check for spelling and grammar errors and utilize Grammarly, the free version, just in case. Make sure that you are not coming off as abrasive and that you are kind no matter how you are feeling. Utilize the copy or blind carbon copy option to ensure everyone is in the loop, and of course, double check any links and attach all files that you want to send out. We hope you found this video helpful in helping you show your best professional persona. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of the day.